Judar. Judar is one of the four Magis in Magi, one of the sources of creation. See, but he was brought up in Othaman, so he was able to use Black Ruch, unlike these other animals, these other, sources of creation. He could use Black Ruch instead. And when he uses Black Ruch, he, uses the negative aspect of the Ruch, hate, malice, and shit like that. But it was because he was brought up in the organization from a young age, so like he was able to do that. But he could also use the regular yellow Ruch too, and shoot, in a Mogwai shootout with Aladdin. And he was winning because he knew about magical spells. At that point in time, Aladdin didn't know. But Aladdin did, defeat him, or they both came to a draw. They came to a draw. Othaman felt the need to keep Judar around because they're like, he's the Magi for us. We can rely on him. He'll make destruction come to this world. He heard that his whole life, but he was like, you know what? I do want to see like shit pop off, right? But I'm doing it because I want to, and I'm the Magi, not you weak ass animals. If I want to see some, start some shit, I'll start some shit. You ain't gonna start shit. And that was the truth, and that's what he, tried to do. He tried to run around and, play games here and there. Sinbad always rejected him, like, yo, I ain't gonna be your, king's candidate. Somebody else already has me as king candidate, and you like to play games with Black Ruch, so I need to keep you at bay. And that's what most people tried to do to him. But he ended up finding himself a king's candidate in in Hakuryu, so he was alright. And that was towards the end of the series and stuff. But his strength is 87, with his speed at a 90%, and durability at 86%. 84 for his endurance, and 85 for his intelligence. 86 for his experience, and then 80% for his close skills. Range skills are 92%, and 90% for his recoup. And 93 for his hacks, and his overall power score is 87.3, because he's one of them boas and stuff. Yeah, he's using the power of Ruch, and then he's, creating the world that, they exist in with the other three Magis. Trying to find the king who will, rule over all of it. Be cool on the corner, though.